Absolutely Autism.
Hey guys, Janelle here from Absolutely Autism. I wanted to do something a little different and talk about something that happened today, something that was too common, happens too commonly, and it is frustrating, and it is I don't I the problem that's happening is that there isn't enough autism awareness in child-friendly places, and probably for adults as well. I don't feel like people are accepting of those with differences, with challenges and things that certain places should be aware of. So today we went to won't name them. I won't name them because I'm not a name and shame kind of girl, but I do want to talk about the fact that we went into a place that's a inflatable jumping castles for my second son's birthday party, and he's been looking forward to it for a little while. And we walk in, we get there super early because we got to prepare, we got to mentally prepare, we got to physically prepare, because I've got my older son with autism and I want to make sure that he's settled and he's ready to go. Look, to be honest, he was fine. He was absolutely fine. We got there and there was hardly anyone there. We got in at a good time, and then the worker said to us, "We've got to put stamps on your hand." And we're like, "Oh crap." My oldest with stamps, no, doesn't like dirt on his fingers, doesn't really, those kind of things. He's getting better. So we said to the person, the young kid working there, said, could we do something else, all right? And the owner perks up behind. He's doing some things, and he goes, "No, he's got to have a stamp on his hand." And we're like, "Oh, okay, look." And I just straight out said, "Look, he's got autism." And the response, it was I don't even know the words for it. It was unnecessary. It was a shrug of, so like he in a nutshell was trying to tell me that shouldn't matter. He still needs to wear a stamp. And so then he went to inform us that, well, if he doesn't have a stamp on, the other workers will kick him out, because he needs the stamp. And first of all, they didn't have the option to have something different. For these children, the stamp had to be the thing that worked. And what if somebody's allergic to stamps on their hands? What if this would cause a huge meltdown? It was an unfortunate situation. So what we went to do, we kind of bit back a bit and went, hang on a second, that was unnecessary. And the guy kind of really ignored us. Kind of went, you know what? You're somebody else's problem. Lucky for us, my oldest child was okay, and we talked to him and got him to put the stamp on his hand, right? So lucky we didn't have to deal with that. To be honest, I don't think they would have kicked him out anyway. I think they would have seen there was hardly anybody there. They would have seen that we paid, yada yada. Wouldn't have been an issue. I really don't think it would have been an issue. Anyway, but in this situation, so we, my husband and I talked about it, and my husband thought, okay, I'm going to go talk to him. Let's talk to him, because we want to but we want people to be aware. We want people to, obviously the way that he reacted showed us that he really didn't understand. He really didn't care, I guess. And unfortunately, we got a response that was very dismissive. The guy was defensive and just said, look, I'm just having a bad day. So my husband went to my son, to the owner. I'm getting my words mixed up. He went to the owner and said, look, I just want to make you aware what autism means, just in case, explaining it to him, having a talk. My husband's very good at these kind of conversations where it's not confrontational, but it's like, let's talk about this, right? And the guy just defensive, just said, look, I'm having a bad day. I shouldn't even be at work. There was excuse after excuse. All we wanted was somebody to listen to us, and that we didn't feel bad. We didn't need this man's bad day to then have this domino effect on us. And look, I feel for the man. People have bad days. They do. It is not necessary to push your bad day onto somebody else, especially people that have come to a fun place to have a fun time. And it was very unfortunate. It was very unfortunate. And even later down the track, my son got caught on a jumping castle, couldn't move forward, and the owner came up to my husband and just said, excuse me, can you ask your son to move? And that was fair. That's fine. We know how to, my son gets a bit apprehensive with some things and can't move forward, and he holds up lines. Excuse me, and that's fair. But it also goes with saying that he didn't know how to deal with my son. He didn't know how to, and nobody in that workplace has been taught that if there is a child that is struggling with something, maybe there's a different tactic. Maybe there's something that they could do that isn't just go, let's go find the parent. And I know it's our responsibility, and we will step up to that mark if we need to. But that awareness is so crucial. It's so crucial, and the ability to deal with people that are different. It's not like my son he's not a destructive, angry child. He's just a child that wants to be involved and do things, but he needs certain things. And not saying destructive and angry can also come with autism. It can be something that we need to learn to deal with as well. So look, I'm babbling away, but this experience really got in my head. It really got in my head and made me think, you know what? Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. You can watch us on Absolutely Autism. We have different topics that we talk about. Some things a bit more raw, a bit more, we talk about, we have a video coming on mental health and how to deal with that and things, how we deal with that. And then we have lighthearted fun stuff. So come and follow us. We're ready to talk. We want to talk. We want to get the awareness out there. We want people to know about autism, what it means, what it's like, what we go through, what our experiences are, and we want to teach it to you guys. All right, bye.